1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 cats on Kitty's trailer. It's so funny. How many of them are ours? I don't see any of them that are ours. 11, I didn't see the little one. So I was talking about my morning walk. It's not too cold for a jacket yet. Cold enough for a jacket yet. I'm gonna lock the door because I'm gonna go for a wait. It's nice this morning. So I was talking about my story at El Colombo. Come on, Kitty. Come on. Get in here. Come on, Kitty. Hurry up. Get Kitty. Kitty. Go in. That's new. Come on. That's Mars Jr., I think. So, this is how the I get this job at Parkway Bowl. I was there for a while. Steve Waters was talking about Coleman College and how they jerked him off and friend and everything else. So I transfer over to Coleman College. I graduate. I get a job. I was there 6 weeks. They a bunch of Filipinos that worked there, and they're all pretty decent people. But one of the guys up there, this kid started this fight with me. He was just sparring, so we were throwing punches at each other, and I really would have messed him up. And he said, "Where did you learn how to do that?" Everybody always says that to me when we were fighting when I was a kid. And anyway, I ended up getting a job at Oklahoma Bowl because Lyle wanted the mechanic job. Well, he was going to hire another one. And so they hired me as a C mechanic because they lost a mechanic. And this is the mayhem of what I was going to talk about a while back. Is that Fuzzy Butt? That's Fuzzy Butt. Fuzzy Butterbutt. Come here. Come here, kid. He was on a rough. Come here. Oh, this is the new little one I haven't named yet. He's the new kid in town. He's Fuzzy Butterbutt's kid. Butterbutt Jr. That's what I'm going to call him, Butterbutt Jr. So anyway, I get this job at Oklahoma Bowl. After I go to Coleman College, I paid off my bill. And I went to Coleman College. I got a job in one of the Salina Valley, which was an hour and a half away from home. I was driving 3 hours a day just to go back for work. I was beat every single day putting together these chips that I didn't understand how they worked anyway for this computer that was supposed to be the new technology. Okay, so that's what I was doing. So anyway, I go up. I get this job. Yeah, pet me. I own you, right? So I end up going to work at the bowling alley. I sold my car. My car quit running. I bought a little Datsun. That didn't work. So I bought an MB5 motorcycle. Grandpa bought it for me. He wanted to buy me another car. Well, anyway. El Cajon Bowl. Gonzo, Carol, Nicole was her name, and Pat Watson. Pat Watson was the manager. Pat Watson's kid, I forget his name. Oh, Rick Watson. We got to be pretty good friends. Carol's daughter ends up pregnant. So she comes in my office crying one day. And everybody wonders, what the fuck? So, anyway, Carol ends up pregnant. And she's over there talking to me, telling me her life story. And I'm all, okay, well, I thought people didn't like me in that place. But she told everybody I was cool. And I got along with all the bowlers. I actually bowled in the league down there. And anyway, Pat Watson's daughter, 13 years old, ends up pregnant. I was like, oh, Pat, I'm so sorry. She's like, whoever did it is in trouble. I said, I realize that. If you press charges, you don't have to press charges. It depends on what the relationship is. I mean, my sister married when she was young. And I didn't tell her about my kid. I think she found out. She goes, I heard you had one. I think my cousin has it. I wasn't sure about that. I don't know what the hell went on with that. But anyway, it's one of the things I wanted to forget. So, anyway, it was always over at Joe's house. Anyway, let me see. Pat Watson comes into the office and talks to me. Everybody's like, oh, no, he's getting fired. Oh. So she goes, my daughter's only 13 years old. I said, yeah, I know about that. And she's really pretty and everybody looks at her. I said, yeah, I know that. She's going to be a problem child. He goes, so you know about that? I said, yes, I do. So is it your kid? I'm all like, is she pregnant? I started laughing. She goes, it's not funny. She's pregnant. Yeah, she is. So I told her who I saw her with. How are you?
How's it going?
Bored?
Yeah.
I'm talking about my years in the bowling alley. I was a mechanic down there. My friend wanted me to get the job because he wanted to be the bee mechanic. Now, I'm a unisex, right? I'm born with everything. So here, I'm talking about the manager's daughter that got pregnant. And everybody thought, whose kid was it, right? So she goes in my office, talks to me about 45 minutes and everything. I said, I know who did it. She's all like, I was wishing it was you. So Carol, Gonzo, and this other girl that were over there, I was just finished recording this when you walked by. I mean, Carol hated me. She wanted me out of there so bad. Her daughter ended up pregnant.
Seen Kenny at all lately?
He was out the other day over at our house from what I heard. I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, I haven't either, but we'll check up on him a little later. It's a
Watch
little
out.
Now, but
He's forever.
have a good day, man.
All right, yeah, it's a funny story. It's going on.
Tell you, Craig, something else.
Oh man, that was funny. I finally quit. I finally quit, and the bowling alley went out of business. Everybody said they couldn't make it without you. I said, no, it wasn't me. It was the head mechanic they couldn't make it out with. It turned it into a parking lot. Later. So I was talking about that, and he come by and I start telling the story because it was just hilarious. So anyway, he said if I wondered if I seen Kenny. Fucking hope he's not MIA because he was on that bike. If he was drinking and had a wreck, nobody would even know. He would just literally disappear. Kenny's a good guy. He doesn't deserve anything that he's getting, just kind of like me. And he told me one day, I dropped one of my drinks. And I told him, I said, I don't want anybody to trip and fall on this. So I walked all the way back over there to get it. He goes, Sarah, you're a good person. You don't deserve any of this. I said, I know. But the story about the bowling alley is really damn funny. And I thought of it the other day and then I forgot about it. So anyway, Carol wants me fired. So she causes me shit one day. And I'm down there. I'm not supposed to clean up all the bowlers are bowling in this hole. And lady goes, okay, kid, you're over 18, right? I said, yeah, I am. Come on down there, do me a favor. I started laughing. I said, ma'am, I have a girlfriend. That was Patricia Cartwright. And yes, her dad's name was Ben Cartwright. Oh, I used to tease him. I was talking to da 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 da. Just go shut up, Sarah. So anyway, he used to give me a hard time about that. And me and Patricia split up. Pat's daughter got pregnant. Carol's daughter got pregnant. She come into my office crying, just crying her head off on me. You know, how do you feel about this kid? She goes, I don't know. I said, you care enough about him to sleep with him and quite possibly get pregnant? She goes, yeah, I know. So anyway, I was talking about that, and she goes, I said, just marry the guy. I mean, the kid has a lot of... He goes, well, my mom doesn't like him. He goes, she doesn't like him. Your mom doesn't like anybody. She goes, yeah, that's true. So, anyway, she marries the guy. 8 years later, I see him. I was somewhere else. I was doing something and I ran into him. I went to the store 8 years later. I believe it was Wally World. And they come up to me and start talking. I said, you guys are still together, right? I goes, yeah, we have 3 kids now. I goes, how's your mom? She goes, she's happy. She's happy with us. I said, good. So it worked out. I said, yep. So you feel better that you didn't have an abortion? She said, oh, God, yeah. So she was crying because she didn't want an abortion. I said, have the baby. So anyway, the other guys were coming up and talking to me, and I finally left the job. I got tired of the bullshit. Pat Watson used to come in and throw me around. Finally, one day, I defended myself. I gave him a flying sidekick. He come around the corner, and I went up and I leaped at him, and I went up and I went to straight kick him, and I went to hit him. I did all kinds of stuff to him. And, he goes, dude, you're quicker than shit. Where did you learn how to do that? He said he was a brown belt, but his brother was a black belt because his sister told him. A girl that was too young to get pregnant. I mean, she used to go bowling, and this is what I think did it. Now I thought Lyle might have done it. Lyle thought I might have done it, which is kind of funny because everybody knew my situation. I had a few extra body parts. Anyway, we find out that the guy that I saw her with, so I told him. They ended up getting married. I think they lasted 2. He was kind of a jerk, but he calmed down after that. So I leave the bowling alley, and it goes under. And Carol comes up to me and she goes, I heard you try to talk my daughter into having her baby. I said, kind of. She talked herself into it. I just helped her along with it. Because I was talking to her, and I was convinced she was going to get an abortion. She looks at me and she goes, thanks for that. I said, you're welcome. She said, well, what are you doing for a living now? And I said I was working over at Kimtronics, or doing something like that. And then Gonzo came around, and she started crying. Now, I said a comment about Gonzo's kid being gay. I said, okay, what kind of trouble did a little faggot get into this time? Oh my God, somebody heard me and the shit hit the fan. That's what started everything. And Oli brought me into the office and I should get rid of you. But I can't. Nobody else wants the job. And it wasn't that nobody else wanted the job, it's nobody else wanted to work with that crew, them three girls like that. Where'd the kitty go? Little orange kitty followed me all the way over to around the corner somewhere. And all that happened at that place. And then I ended up over there with Laura shortly after that. And they were saying that I was looking kind of serious about her. And I was, and she was younger too, but she was at least legal. Okay, so I find out she lies about her age. Anyway, Bob Kopp was an interesting character. Steve married a porn star, Mary Hart. Mary and Steve wanted to have an affair with me, his sister. And I told her, I said, Laura, you go right ahead. But I don't want no part of that. I mean, that's your brother. So I ended up marrying my cousin. That was back when she was younger. We split up. Mom threw me in that halfway house after that. I had lost my job. I had a miscarriage. I didn't want to tell my mom that. I had a miscarriage. I wasn't even sure what the hell sex I was at that point. I knew things were there, but I thought we fixed it when I was a kid. So all this is going on at the same time. Mom thinks I'm loony. So she goes, I can't take care of you like this. And I end up going in that place, and I was in there for 3 months. I quit taking the pill they gave me because it was fucking up my mind. I said, you know what? I'm not going to be a veggie. So I quit taking it. I got better. Laura started dating Tim, married Tim. Tim, I didn't want to have sex with her. I mean, she was having an affair with her boss, another engineer over there at El Colombo. Her and Bob were both engineers. And anyway, this whole scenario things when I was in my 20s was just kind of nuts. I mean, it's no wonder. I mean, there was times when something could have happened and I wouldn't have survived it. There's times that things happen. I could have been thrown in jail, but I didn't do anything wrong. Some of the guys got thrown in jail over there. It was just a whole nutsy, crazy situation over there. So the bowling alley days were some of my favorite times that I forgot about. Hey bud, stay. It's okay, stay. I didn't know the deer was sleeping down here. Stay. He's over there, he's not running. He looked like he was running the other way. If he was running towards me, I might have had a problem. I'm not worried about a buck. I just don't want to hurt the thing. I kind of want to go over the top and go down with the water. But that got kind of boring too. So anyway, all that happened, and I ended up marrying my husband. Everybody's bowling alley was hitting on me. They were. Once Lyle said that I was born both sexes. I mean, Gonzo Kid comes in, the gay guy, and talks to me for 45 minutes. He said, I'm not going to date you. And, he got in a fight with a guy at a bar. And I went in there and I helped. I said, hey, you got to go. he's gay. I said, so what? You got to go. And anyway, he leaves, and all that happened. But the bowling alley was one of my favorite places that things that happened. There's a little kitty that I had seen. So anyway, I'm gonna toss out some more food for her. Meow. It's not fuzzy butt. Looks like could be fuzzy butt. We'll see how it acts when it gets in the house. But he turned it into a parking lot. That's where I was down with Kurt McIntyre when he said he wanted to put a bullet in his head. Kurt ended up living in our house for a while. My mom she loved the guy. She's like, yeah, if you want to have him in your room, I really wouldn't mind. He's in Leslie's room. Leslie was in Ontario, California. And I said, Mom, I don't like Kurt like that. Anyway, he moves to Indianapolis, gets his own painting career going, and everything else. So he got a job, and he got married and had kids. And Del Kelly went up there and saw him, came back. I haven't talked to him in years. I'm gonna look him up too, or some of these other people. Now that I'm getting my memory back on stuff that happened and everything, I'm finding out I did have a pretty decent life back then that I gave away because somebody said they wanted me to forget about a few things. That was kind of messed up. I should get rid of that. I check my balance on this stuff. I'll throw out those receipts after I do. I haven't done it yet. So this is my morning video about my life in Oklahoma. What had happened. Not from the beginning. I was going to talk about Keith Poole and everything else. So when I come back out, I'm going to start talking about that and them guys. And that should sum up just about my childhood, which is fucking funnier than fucking hell because of the stuff that's happened. Just because of what I am. Yeah, so I'm not going to forget about this because Keith Poole and I were good friends. And I had about the same thing happen to me in La Mesa that I did at the bowling alley. So all it did is just moved over. I'm not going to walk anywhere else. But I am going to call Randy. I'm going to cut this and call this Oklahoma Bowl.